All right, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a sterile field. That basically just means that everything within that field is sterile for patient care. First thing you wanna do is get your bedside table. Make sure you clean it off really well with whatever the hospital or the facility requires. We use some of the sanitary wipes that are made specifically to help get rid of bacteria, just because who knows what's been on these tables. So my table's nice and clean. I'm gonna have a towel drape. That's what I'm gonna use to create my sterile field. Then I'm gonna have a drain sponge and some little cotton swabs. That's just what I'm gonna use to show you guys how to actually open these. Of course, you would use whatever you need for your procedure. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open my towel drape. I tell people when you open up something sterile, open it away from you as if it's a crocodile and you don't want it to bite you. So always open away. Remember, you never want to cross your arms. See how my arm's kind of off to the side like this. And as I open this, it didn't really open the best, and that's all right. I have a 1-inch border around, so 1 inch around this is okay for me to touch. I'm gonna take my hand and just kind of grab at a corner. Okay. When I do that, you want to make sure to lift it up. You saw I lifted it up pretty quick. That way I made sure that the actual drape did not touch the table. You always need to keep sterile things above your waist. So in doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start to open my drape. Remember, I have my 1-inch border, so I can reach all around. You can bring it down here if you want. Okay, so now that my drape is nice and open, when I actually lay it down, you want to lay it as if you're pulling up a blanket on someone. So you're going to kind of fan it out and lay it flat. Now I know that nothing is over top. Again, you have your 1-inch border, so if I need to straighten it out, I can. I don't have to. Make sure you don't lean over it. Make sure your hands don't go over it. So I'm actually going to move it off to the side just a little bit here, because next I'm going to open up my sponge. When I open up my sponge, remember, I got to make sure I don't cross over that field. I want to open it like an alligator. I don't want it to bite me. You can open it to the side a little bit. Okay, and when I do that, you want to be at least 6 inches above your sterile field, and you're just going to drop it. Make sure when you drop it away from you, because again, crocodile, don't want it to bite me. All right, that's in the middle of my sterile field, so that's exactly how I want it to be. Now I've got the little cotton tip applicators. You have to be careful with these guys because they like to kind of jump away from you. So I can open it away from me this way. I like to start it like this, but then I grab down here because as I mentioned, they like to jump. So here I've got it nice and stable. So I opened it, and now you can just drop it on your sterile field. And now everything inside here is sterile. Remember, you got your 1-inch border. If one of those items fell outside of the border or on the table or within that 1 inch, then it's no longer sterile and you would have to get a new product.